Okay, let's unpack this. We receive sources that plunge us right into, well, a classic country house mystery,
Mm-hmm.
but one that hides layers of uh, deadly betrayal and, international espionage.
Yeah, it's quite the shift, isn't it? You start off thinking it's all high society parties and, well, silliness.
Yeah,
And then suddenly it's high stakes crime. The setting, chimneys, this grand house. It's totally misleading at first. You think the biggest problem is just, some youngsters messing about.
exactly. And our listener, the learner, basically wants the rundown. How does a really, really stupid prank involving alarm clocks just, boom, spiral into a hunt for a master criminal?
Yeah.
So our mission today is to pull together the character clues, look at the misdirection in the plot,
Yeah.
and then obviously get to that amazing final reveal.
Okay, so the scene is set at Chimneys. It's rented by this super successful, really methodical steel guy, Sir Oswald Coote,
Right.
and his wife, Lady Coote, who's described rather dramatically as looking like Rachel mourning for her children. And the guests are, the usual bright young things. You've got Jimmy Thesiger, seems like a nice friendly chap, Bill Eversley, Ronnie Devereaux, and Sir Oswald's secretary, Rupert Bateman, who everyone calls Pongo for some reason. Very serious guy.
But the real spark, the catalyst for this whole mess
Mm-hmm.
is Gerald Wade.
Jeez.
Jerry,
Oh,
known for being late all the time, and also for seeming, well, completely brainless.
Yeah.
An amiable idiot, I think the source says.
That's him. And it's this lateness that kicks off the prank. Pongo suggests it, actually.
Oh, this serious one.
Yeah, surprisingly. They decide they need to cure Jerry of his lateness. So they all troop into Market Basin, the local town, and buy a bunch of cheap, really loud alarm clocks. 7, maybe 8. The number gets a bit fuzzy initially.
Okay.
And the plan is to hide them in Jerry's room, set them all for 7 a.m. sharp, just, shock him awake, simple fun.
Except the joke just,
Yeah.
it goes sour immediately, doesn't it?
Instantly rotten. Before they even really finish setting it up, Jerry Wade is found dead. In his bed.
And the official verdict.
Death by misadventure. Accidental overdose of a sleeping draft. Chloral, specifically. Seems straightforward, tragic, but simple.
Which is like the first massive bit of misdirection. Right?
Exactly. Everyone just assumes, oh, Jerry, the sleepy, inefficient guy, of course he needed sleeping pills.
Yeah, it fits the image.
So the whole investigation starts off on this completely false idea that Jerry's own sort of character flaws caused his death.
Okay, so that's the setup. But then things escalate. That rotten feeling turns into, well, definite murder.
Right. Weeks later, Ronnie Devereaux, another one of the pranksters, he's found shot, dead in the road, by Bundle Brett.
Bundle. She's great. Lord Caterham's daughter, right? He actually owns Chimneys. She's very energetic.
Very. And just before Ronnie dies, he gasps out this really cryptic and, as it turns out, very misleading message.
Which was?
7 dials, and tell Jimmy Thesiger.
Okay, wait. So if Jerry died from an overdose, why would Ronnie's murder be linked? How does that connection get made?
Well, the first person who really doubts the official story about Jerry is his half-sister, Lorraine Wade.
Right.
She insists Jerry was murdered because, and this is crucial, she says he never needed sleeping drafts, slept like a log, apparently.
Okay, so the whole premise is wrong.
Totally wrong. And Lorraine is the one who remembers Jerry mentioning 7 dials before.
Wow.
He'd seen it on some, badly written letterhead, and he joked about it, saying it sounded like some new sort of mafia starting up in England. Just a throwaway comment at the time.
And now it connects the 2 deaths. Jerry knew about 7 dials. Ronnie mentioned 7 dials.
So exactly. Suddenly it looks like a secret society. But let's jump back to the clocks for a sec. That original scene.
The prank that went wrong, yeah.
Jimmy Thesiger, later on, he thinks back and realizes something odd. When they looked in Jerry's room after he died, there were exactly 7 clocks lined up neatly on the mantelpiece, and the 8th one thrown out the window.
7, not 7 or 8, exactly 7.
Precisely. That detail suddenly feels deliberate, not random crank stuff. 7 clocks, 7 dials. It's like a signature, isn't it?
Like whoever finished the job, maybe after Jerry was already dead, made sure there were 7. Marked the scene. Wow.
Yeah. So that's when the amateurs, especially Bundle, really start thinking, okay, this isn't just a tragic accident.
And Bundle, being Bundle, doesn't just sit around. She goes straight to Scotland Yard.
Yep. Meets Superintendent Battle. Big guy, solid, looks supremely unintelligent, as the source puts it, which is also part of his act, of course.
Huh? Okay, and Battle's reaction.
Well, initially he kind of brushes her off about secret societies and Seven Dials, says the area is respectable now.
Standard police procedure, maybe.
Sort of. But when she mentions Ronnie's death and the name, Battle's tone shifts just slightly. He hints the police are being deliberately quiet
Ah.
and suggests, maybe an amateur could poke around where professionals might be too obvious. He's basically giving her the green light to meddle.
Which is exactly what Bundle wants to hear.
Absolutely. So she tracks down Alfred, the footman who left Chimneys right after Jerry died.
Right, the one who saw Jerry last, supposedly.
Yeah. She basically strong-arms him into helping her get into his new job, which is at 14 Hunstanton Street, the Seven Dials Club.
The actual club. And it's shady.
Yeah. Gambling joint run by a Russian guy, Moskarovsky. Bundle pays Alfred to sneak off, then she hides.
In the cupboard. I remember that bit.
Classic. Hides in the cupboard, overhears a secret meeting. And this meeting, this is the absolute peak of the misdirection.
Okay, what does she hear?
She hears people referred to only by numbers. No 5, no 4, no 3. The president is no 7, but he's never seen. And there's this beautiful woman, sounds foreign, Countess Rodsky. She's no 1.
Sounds very Cloak and Dagger. What are they planning?
Industrial espionage. Big time. They're going after Herr Eberhard's formula for this revolutionary toughened steel.
The one Sir Oswald Coote would be interested in.
Exactly. Worth millions. Huge deal for making planes lighter. They plan to steal it at Wyvern Abbey, where Coote, the Air Minister, Sir Stanley Digby, and Eberhard will all be staying.
So it all seems to fit. A criminal gang stealing secrets. And did they mention Jerry or Ronnie?
They do. They talk about the absent number 2, blaming him for messing up and not getting some letter from Jerry.
Okay.
And they identify this failed number 2 as the new German footman at Chimneys, John Bauer, Bauer, the guy who replaced Alfred right before Jerry died.
So to Bundle and to Jimmy, when she tells him, it looks clear-cut. Bauer is Seven Dials number 2. He must have killed Jerry. Ronnie found out, so Bauer killed him too, maybe.
That's the logical conclusion they draw. The Seven Dials is this criminal outfit. Bauer's one of them, and they need to stop them at Wyvern Abbey.
Which shifts the action. Jimmy gets himself invited to Wyvern Abbey because he now thinks Sir Oswald Coote must be the mysterious number 7, right?
Yeah.
The big boss.
Yep, that's his theory. And who else shows up?
Superintendent Battle.
Disguised as a footman, but looking apparently ridiculously obvious about it, which, again, we later realize is completely intentional.
He's playing his own game.
Always. So Jimmy and Bill Eversley decide to stand, watch, protect the formula, which they think the secretary, O'Rourke, has.
And then the planned robbery happens.
Ooh.
Sort of.
Right. Middle of the night, Jimmy confronts someone. There's a struggle. Jimmy gets shot in the arm. Small caliber pistol, a .25 Mauser.
Ouch.
And then, almost like stage magic, Lorraine Wade pops up.
Jerry's sister. What's she doing there?
Claims she was just, wandering about. And the fleeing thief threw the package, the formula, right at her feet. She accidentally recovered it.
Oh, convenient.
Extremely. So the formula's safe. Jimmy's the wounded hero. Thief got away. Case closed.
Not for Battle, I bet.
Not a chance. He swoops in, examines the scene meticulously, finds Jimmy's gun casing, a big .455, and the Mauser bullet that hit Jimmy. But the killer piece of evidence is a burnt glove, found in a nearby fireplace grate, and it's been chewed.
Chewed? Why would someone chew their glove? That's weird.
Battle figures it out. The attacker wore the glove, no prints, got wounded, maybe in the struggle with Jimmy, couldn't use their right hand properly to pull the glove off.
Ah, so they had to use their teeth.
Exactly, to tear it off the injured hand, then maybe tossed it in the fire. Battle picks up this glove, tries it on Jimmy's uninjured left hand. Way too big. Suggests the attacker was a much larger man.
Okay, so a large man, right hand injured or disabled.
And Jimmy's right arm is the one that's wounded.
So Battle deduces the shooter must have fired the Mauser left-handed,
Right.
then used their teeth to get the glove off their right hand because it was hurt.
Precisely. And then, the clincher. Jimmy helpfully mentions that Sir Oswald Coote is ambidextrous.
Oh.
And Bundle suddenly remembers seeing someone dealing cards really awkwardly with their left hand the night Jerry died. Who was it?
Sir Oswald Coote. It all points to him. He's big, he's ambidextrous, he could have faked the left-handed dealing. He must be new 7.
It looks absolutely nailed on. For the amateurs, the case is solved. Coote's the villain. It's the perfect setup.
But it's too perfect, isn't it? This is where the real deep dive happens, the massive reversal.
This is the genius move. Battle gathers everyone. Bundle, Bill, Lorraine, even Moskarovsky, the club owner.
Wait, the Russian gambler? Why him?
All will become clear. Battle lays it out. The entire theory they've been chasing. completely wrong.
How wrong?
Fundamentally. The Seven Dials Society, the one bundle overheard in numbers 1 through 6, it isn't a criminal gang at all.
What? Then what is it?
It's an elite, highly patriotic amateur secret service working directly for Superintendent Battle.
No. So, the meeting bundle heard, the numbers, the Countess Ratsky,
Yeah.
that was the good guys, running some kind of counter-op.
Exactly. They were hunting the real criminals, using similar secret methods to stay hidden. Jerry Wade and Ronnie Devereaux.
Yeah.
They weren't idiots. They were brave, high-ranking members of Battle's patriotic group, No. 1 and No. 2. They died serving their country.
So the whole amiable idiot thing Jerry had going on, that was a cover, a professional disguise.
Designed by Battle himself. Brilliant, wasn't it? And the German footman, Bauer, the one everyone suspected.
Let me guess, one of Battle's men.
Spot on. Placed in chimneys to watch the real threat. And Countess Ratsky.
The elegant foreign spy.
Actually an American actress named Babe St. Maur, using her acting skills to infiltrate the other side.
Yeah.
And get this, she was secretly engaged to Ronnie Devereaux.
Wow. So she had a massive personal stake in catching his killer.
Huge motivation. She wasn't No. one of the criminals bundle heard. She was No. one of Battle's team, taking over after Jerry died.
Okay, my head's spinning a bit. So the meeting bundle heard, was that staged? Or was it maybe a real meeting of the actual criminals that Battle's team was monitoring?
It seems more like the latter. There probably was a criminal element, maybe linked to Moskorovsky, that Battle 7 Dials was tracking. But the key manipulator pulling strings behind everything
Was letting them chase shadows, while he tracked the real number 7. But if Jerry and Ronnie were the good guys, Battle's the spy master. Who is the mysterious, powerful number 7 they never saw? The actual villain?
the real master criminal, the insider selling secrets, the one who killed Jerry and Ronnie to shut them up. It's the person who seemed the most harmless, the most helpful, the least likely suspect.
Oh no, don't say it.
Jimmy Thesiger.
Jimmy, the friendly, cheerful prank organizer, the one who got shot protecting the formula. How?
His whole personality was the ultimate disguise. Playing the empty-headed young ass, as the source puts it, utterly brainless, he killed Jerry.
How did he manage the sleeping draft?
Slipped the chloral into Jerry's whiskey and soda downstairs before Jerry even went up to bed. Not via a servant upstairs like everyone assumed. Easy access.
Clever. And Ronnie.
Ronnie must have figured it out. Found proof. So Jimmy shot him. And Ronnie's last words: "Tell Jimmy Thesiger everyone misunderstood them."
He wasn't trying to inform Jimmy.
No, he was trying to warn the Seven Dials about Jimmy Thesiger. Tell the good guys who the traitor was.
Oh, that's chilling. And the whole Wyvern Abbey thing, the fight, the wound, the glove, that was all Jimmy setting up Coot.
A masterpiece of criminal staging. He used Lorraine Wade, Jerry's own sister, who was completely devoted to Jimmy, totally smitten.
Oh, poor Lorraine.
Used her to feed him intel about what Bundle and the others were thinking, what the police suspected. He knew exactly what clues they'd find.
So he planned the whole thing, doped the secretary's drink, climbed the ivy, threw the package to Lorraine, who was waiting.
Yep. Climbed down, staged the fight, fired his own gun, then shot himself with the Mauser deliberately in the right arm.
Knowing Battle would find the chewed glove.
And deduce it had to be a large, ambidextrous man whose right arm was disabled. Sir Oswald Coote, basically. He used Battle's own logic against him. Brilliant and ruthless.
But Battle caught him.
Yeah. Battle was suspicious all along. He laid his own trap. He had Bill Eversley pretend he knew something, stage a conversation designed to make Jimmy think Bill was a threat.
And Jimmy took the bait.
Hook, line, and sinker. Believing he had to silence Bill, Jimmy tried to poison his drink later with a massive dose of morphia. Enough to kill 2 people, Battle says.
And that proved it. Attempted murder.
Sealed his fate. They arrested him that afternoon.
Wow. So you have this incredible parallel. Jerry and Ronnie, heroes pretending to be, squalid idiots. Well, amiable inefficiencies to hide their patriotism. And then Jimmy Thesiger, the villain, using the exact same disguise, the cheerful, useless friend, to hide his own criminal genius and murderous intent.
It's all about the performance and the tragedy of Lorraine Wade. It's just heartbreaking, isn't it? So loyal to Jimmy, feeding him information, completely unaware she was helping the man who killed her brother and her friend. Loved the monster.
The ultimate disguise really is that cheerful inefficiency sometimes. It makes you think, doesn't it? For you, the listener, maybe consider that amiable facade. Where in your own life, maybe professionally, have you seen someone who just seems too charming or maybe a bit too clueless to really matter or to be dangerous? Perhaps they're not just subtle. Perhaps they're running their own deep dive right under everyone's nose.